everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Kayla. Hello, nice to see you. I received a ton of questions ever since I posted my How I Got into UC Berkeley video, and then a couple of vlogs where I take you through my day. So I thought I would kind of compile the most frequently asked questions slash the ones that I thought should be answered in a video, and I'm going to do a UC Berkeley Q&A today. Anyway, I thought this video would be super relevant because I know that UC Berkeley and UC schools in general will be releasing their results very soon, and I know that I think UCLA already did that, which is so scary. Honestly, that was the worst time of my life. I was super stressed out, super scared. But in the end, it's gonna be okay. So if you are currently stressing out about your results, just let it go. What is meant to be will happen. If you are meant to go to your dream school, you will get in. Or if you are not given that opportunity, but you know that you are meant to be there, you'll work your ass off and transfer or something. But where you go is not the end all be all, so don't let it define you, don't let it discourage you, don't let it give you a huge head if you get in and no one else does. Be humble about it, because after 4 years, it's in our hands. What we do with our degree and how we go about that is what really matters, not exactly where we went to school, if that makes any sense. That's enough talking. Let's get into the questions. So the first question I'm going to answer is, which housing would you recommend to freshmen? Clark Kerr or the units? Question mark. So if you don't know about housing, Clark Kerr is housing that is pretty far, but it's like the nicest out of all the housing. It's very beautiful. They have their own eating area. It's really nice. The rooms are bigger. There's a lot of pros to Clark Kerr. It's the farthest from campus, I believe. I'm in Unit 2. I will be doing a dorm tour, so stay tuned for that. I personally was okay with living anywhere except Unit 3. Unit 3, I stayed there during orientation and I really hated it. It was really dirty and gross and it needs updating really badly. So I did not want to live there. I would have preferred literally anywhere else except Unit 3. Now that I'm thinking about it though, Unit 3 has its perks. It's the closest to campus, which is really nice. Takes like 5 minutes to walk to campus. And it has its own eating area and bear market, which you can get a bunch of snacks and frozen food and some fruit and vegetables, things like that, which is really nice and convenient. Clark Kerr is beautiful. It's a little bit of a walk. If you are a person that would rather have more space and a nicer area, then Clark Kerr will be for you. But if you want to be close to campus so that you can wake up 10 minutes before class starts and walk out the door, then one of the units is for you. I would have liked to live at Clark Kerr, honestly, because I don't mind walking. But at the same time, for 8 a.m.s, I'm thankful that I'm closer, so I'm in the units, because those are rough. And I enjoy waking up 10-15 minutes before class starts so that I get more sleep. It just all depends what you want and what best suits you. Next question is, what do your days look like? So personally, I am planning to major in perhaps business or econ. I'm not sure yet. And that involves a pretty strenuous workload. So Monday through Friday, I mostly just have school, and then after that, when I'm not in class, I'm either doing homework or I'm going to a club meeting. I have about 2 to 3 club meetings during Monday through Friday, or I'm going to Pilates/yoga. For the past month, I've been doing that 4 times per week. So usually I go to Pilates or yoga almost every day, and if I'm not doing that, I'm studying eating, or I'm in class. Saturday/Friday night is more of a fun night. I usually don't do any homework unless I really need to or I have a midterm coming up. I just use that time to relax, do fun things, go to the mall, go to Trader Joe's. I love going to Trader Joe's. Things like that. I don't really worry too much about homework. Sunday, I have a club meeting in the morning on Sunday, and the rest of the day I usually spend doing homework and like cleaning up my dorm and all of that. So that's more of a business work day. Next question. Do people not show up to lectures most of the time? Do class sizes get smaller? So it really depends if attendance is taken for lecture. It's more difficult for the professor to take attendance because there's like 400, 500 students in a lecture sometimes. For my math class, attendance is not taken, so numbers have dwindled like crazy. There were at least 400, 500 students showing up at first, and now there's probably less than 100 that show up to lecture, which is really sad. However, for econ, they have this little devilish device. Let me show you. This is an iClicker, and basically you register this for your class, and my professor will ask like 2 to 3 questions per lecture, and so I have to turn this on and then like answer the questions, and that's how he takes attendance. So if you're not there, you'll get marked down, or if you don't press these buttons, you'll get marked down. That lecture has not dwindled very much because people want to get credit for showing up to class. Next question. Is it true Cal students are really stressed? I wish I could say no, but the answer is yes. I think I mentioned this before. I'm not really one to get too stressed out about school. Being in an environment with a bunch of stressed out students around me, or students that are very academically rigorous, stresses me out because I sometimes feel like I'm not up to par or I'm not doing as much as I should be doing. It does stress me out much more than normal. But with that said, most college students are stressed out because you're trying to pass your classes and do the best that you can. But I have read several articles that says UC Berkeley has the top stressed out students or top 10 stressed out students. So we are up there in the rankings. But the key to that is just doing things that you really enjoy to get your mind off things and relieve stress. And for me personally, that is working out and filming/editing videos. This helps me get my mind off of things when I don't want to think about school, and it's really fun. Next question is, what is it like living in a dorm? First thing I can say is it is very small. Me and my 2 other roommates live in this tiny box. You can literally see most of our room from behind me, which is sad. But it's fun. You get to meet a lot of people that you probably wouldn't have met otherwise. My roommates were the first friends I had before I went to class or joined any clubs or anything like that. And my dorm mates are pretty nice too, so it's a good community to be surrounded by. A lot of us help each other with homework and stuff like that. So the dorm experience has its ups and downs, but it's not too bad. Next question is sort of related, and it is, how is it having co-ed bathrooms? If you didn't know, UC Berkeley has co-ed bathrooms in the dorm rooms. There are floors that are just women, and there are floors that are just men, I believe. But majority of hallways are men and women, and so are the bathrooms. It was a little weird at first, honestly, but I'm not a super conservative person, so I was able to adapt really quickly. I don't even notice it anymore. I don't think anyone really does. People were definitely really concerned about like walking in a towel to the stall. I personally do that. Other people would rather wear their clothes in the stall, take them off, and then put clothes on and wear it to the dorm. It just depends, but it's really not a big deal. It's nothing to obsess over. You really don't notice it after a while. Next question is, what is the party life like? I'm not a huge partier. I have been to a couple frat parties. The first one was really awkward. People did not know how to dance. It was very, very strange. I was like, what is this? Honestly, it was a bunch of nerds just like being really, really awkward, and it was no. The second one that I went to was more fun. Probably because there were people that I knew and I was more comfortable with. Still though, kind of boring because I'm not really a party person. I just don't think that it's very fun, but the people there were having much more fun than the people at the first party that I went to. Frat parties are alive and living. I live very close to Frat Row, so there's parties like every night. So if you want to do that, that's available for you. The partying culture is not as big as certain schools like UC Santa Barbara, San Diego State, but it is definitely there if you want that. Last question I'm gonna answer today is, how is the area? I am a SoCal girl. I'm from San Diego, so coming to Berkeley was a bit different. It's much colder here. I've gotten about 3 shades lighter, which is very, very sad. I don't have a car anymore, which is sad because you have to walk. Walking and public transportation is the biggest thing I've had to get accustomed to. It's not a big deal. The bus systems are pretty efficient around here. The BART is efficient. So getting around isn't too big of a deal. It's just something new for me, and I would honestly still prefer to have my own car, but oh well, such is life. There's not much to do around here in my opinion. At least things that I like. I feel like I'm kind of trapped in Berkeley, and if I want to do something more fun, I have to leave Berkeley and go to like San Francisco to do more fun things. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not obsessed about the area, to be honest. I'm very lucky to be going to this school. Not every school can be perfect. The area is not horrible. It's just not amazing. But that's just for me, and obviously it differs for everyone. I just recommend checking out the school before you make a decision to come here or not to come here. Those are all the questions that I am going to be answering today. I hope you guys found it helpful. Please feel free to ask any other questions down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Spring break vlogs and videos are coming your way, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!